When you block your neck or your back, it's often while doing something super stupid, such as a posture transition, meaning moving from sitting to standing, standing to lying down to sitting. So today I want to train posture transition with you. This is a video like no other. Welcome, I'm Olivier Girard, ergonomist, posture therapist, author of the Posture Manual, and creator of 3 online posture programs. This content is derived from mainly 3 sources. Number 1, biomechanics. Number 2, observation of babies. Number 3, martial arts. And I would say in particular systema, which is, say, my sports. But before we start, there are a few rules of the game. Number 1, you need to train slowly. Everything that you need to do with speed is something that you don't control. Number 2, which is kind of correlated to number 1, you need to be able to stop the movement at any time. All right? So if I say stop, you need to be in the position stable for a while. If you're not stable, it means that you haven't balanced your weight properly, and therefore there will be the need for excessive muscle tension to compensate for the imbalance. Number 3, you need to always protect your neck, i.e. I don't want you to look forward in front of you. I want your neck to be in line with the rest of the back, which means that very often you'll be looking behind you / towards the ground. Number 4, if you have an acute injury such as a hernia or something, well, what we're going to do now is something you need to tend towards to, but maybe you're not able to do this like this right now. Okay, so you don't force on what you feel, you just take it easy. Alright, there are in life 5 basic postures, and I'm gonna give them by order of stability. The most stable one is lying down, yeah? Plus, there's no weight on your spine. No weight on your spine, but a bit more mobile on all fours. Start with a bit of weight, but quite some stability, kneeling. Then you have sitting, then you have standing. So we have lying down, we have on fours, we have kneeling, we have sitting, we have standing. And we'll cover transition between a number of these postures, maybe not all because the video would be too long, but the most important ones. Let's start with sit to stand and stand to sit. We'll start with sit to stand using a seat. But then, if you like, I can show you how to stand towards sitting on the ground. When people want to sit down, their big mistake is they go like this, you know. If you go like this, you hollow your back and you see you don't control the last centimeters. This means bam on your back. So let's look for an alternative. When I sit, my butt is behind me. Therefore, from standing to sitting, I will have to bring my butt back. And to keep the balance, which I mentioned as important because it reduces muscle effort, well, if something goes backwards, something else needs to go forward. So look what we're going to do. We're going to bend the neck and just go slightly forward, you know, hands around knee level or something. Now I have some weight forward. My back is stretched, provided that I look behind me and not here. And it's very easy to go down and control the movement and sit. And that's it. 400 times a day, instead of killing my back like this, yeah, or like that. Instead of killing my back 400 times a day, I'm going to stretch my back 400 times a day. Alright, this was relatively easy because it was a transition through only one level of instability, from standing to sitting. Now, to make things a bit more complex, we're going to go from standing to kneeling, kneeling being a very important, say, transition posture between up and down. So let's go, standing to kneeling and back. The idea is the same, is to say, well, I need to lower myself, hence I will start with flexing the neck, and I can even lean on my knee and then slide on my toes. And from here, I will be kneeling with one knee. I rest my foot on the ground, and from here, you see, if I need to go like this, I'm unstable on this leg. Whereas if I turn 90 degrees like this, then it is very easy to keep my stability. Now, from here, going back to standing will follow exactly the same logic, which is I lean forward, and with rotating 90 degrees, I can bring one leg forward. And from there, guess what? Flex forward, push, and up you go. In this movement, I've been moving forward, therefore I need 3 steps to stop. If I don't want to do any step, I can keep rotating. So you see, what I've learned from my 2-year-old son, who is actually shooting the video with me right now, is that you always need to keep rotating. I started the movement here, then I end up here. I start here, I end up here. Or even further back here. You always need to keep rotating. Now, why is kneeling such an important transition? Because from kneeling, you can go either to on all fours or sitting. Look, it's super easy. I'm kneeling. To go on fours, I'll just put one hand, the other hand. Wow, that was subtle. To sit, we'll need to think a bit more. You see, if I put my butt like this, I'm out of balance. Therefore, I need to change something. I need to put my weight to the right whilst the butt goes to the left. And here, you see that turning again, I end up sitting. So it is again yet another rotational movement. So if now I combine this and go from standing to sitting on the ground, how does it happen? Flex forward, put the weight on the knee, and you kneel. And then you rotate like this. Now that you understood standing to kneeling, kneeling to sitting, back and forth, well, let's discuss the last step, which is kneeling to lying down. And after this, well, you'll be able to do every combination. Kneeling to lying down will again be a story of rotation, and we're going to do exactly the same as we did previously, which is say, okay, I want my butt to go one way and the torso to go the other way, so that I get a weight balance. And from there, I'm just going to stretch one leg, initiate a rotation, and keep rotating until I'm lying down. And to move back, I'm going to cultivate rotations again all the way. In these type of things, the biggest mistake that people do is they go kind of like this, you see? And when you go like this, well, your weight is, say, your foundations are here, whilst your weight is there. So you're like the Pisa Tower, you know, you're completely off balance, and you need a lot of muscle strain to hold back. I'm doing the other way around. I'm going forward, here I'm stable, and I'm cultivating this as a spiral until I go down to the floor and I spread my weight on the floor. So see, once you got the philosophy, this is super simple. It's just about rotation, 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 and make love to the floor. Meaning, you really go intimate into the floor. You don't try to run away from the floor. And this way you will stay relaxed and in control of your weight distribution. This was a bit of a fun video for me to do. If you find it cool too, well, share it around. This is much less theoretical than it seems, because if you look at your day, well, you will have a lot of transitions from it up and down, be it from into the floor or from into a seat. All the principles that we have discussed now are applicable to any posture transition that will occur in your life.